We're almost there. Hey guys. Just a couple of things before we distribute diplomas. I told you the other day at commencement practice that I'd like to spend just a couple of minutes talking to you about my impressions. I just wanted you to know that it's really been a distinct honor and pleasure to serve as your principal for these past 4 years. I feel that I've established a very good relationship with many of you who are seated here before me. And it's because of you and other things that I enjoy coming to work every day. I can't think of a day that I didn't look forward to getting up and coming to work. And I don't know that everybody can say that about the jobs that they have, but a big part of that is due to you and a camaraderie that I believe that we've established over time. Certainly hope that we've prepared you well to move on to whatever the next phase of your life is. You know, the talent in this class is extraordinary. You've heard from Dr. Brock about some statistics that apply directly to this class. It really demonstrates a lot about you, about your academic achievement, about your success on athletic fields, about your success in the drama department, fine arts, and the band. You've excelled in so many ways. And I have to tell you that I really do live vicariously through your accomplishments. I'm so proud of what you've been able to achieve. And I know that our entire staff feels that same way. I know that. I hear it every day. Mr. Fisher talked about parents. I'm a parent. A daughter in school now, first year. A son who's about ready to enter high school next year. And he's scared to death, I guess. Just like a lot of ninth graders are. But I'd like to just talk to you about a little bit about the parents. The role that the parents play, I think, is extremely important. Education truly is a shared responsibility. And I'd like to commend you for the role that you've played in the education of your child. We try to do our best when they're with us, but the bulk of the work really comes at home. You teach your kids a work ethic, a value system, and you have a certain expectation for excellence. And you do what's necessary, even if it's not always convenient, to ensure the success of your child. I'm going to tell you a real quick story illustrating that, and maybe some of you in here can relate to it. It was about 2 weeks ago. We didn't have any activities going on at the school, and I was home about 8 o'clock at night, and I sat down on a recliner to watch some TV. I must be getting old, because in about 1 minute, sound asleep. That's the way it always is. I can't sit down without falling asleep. So, about 9:30, my wife comes up to me, shakes me and said, "You need to go to Walmart." I said, "Why do I gotta go to Walmart?" "Well, David needs 100 3x5 note cards in the spiral." And I said, "When does he need them?" She said, "He needs them tomorrow." "And he's telling us this now?" I said, "Why don't you go?" She said, "I don't want to go. You need to go." So we settled it scientifically. We did rock, paper, scissors. And of course I lost. I never win that stupid game. I have to figure out a better way to settle those disputes. So I went to Rite Aid. Well, before I left to go to Rite Aid, my wife's there giving me my orders. She's got her hands on her hips and says, "Don't you come back here without what he needs. It's got to be 3x5 note cards, 100 of them, and in a spiral," because she knows me. Sometimes I may cut a few corners. I mean, a note card is a note card. What's it have to be in a spiral book for? But anyway, she gives me my orders, and off I go. I go to Rite Aid. They had every kind of note card you can imagine, but none of them were in that spiral thing that she needed or he needed. So I'm thinking, well, I'm going to go ahead and get 100 note cards anyway. Then I envisioned my wife at home with her hands on her hips, and I knew there'd be a price to pay. So I went on the other side of town to Walmart, found them, brought them home. And he had them for the next day. And then he forgot to take them the next morning. You do what you gotta do. We as parents do what we have to do to ensure the success of our kids. And as I said, even though at times it may not be convenient, but that's our role. That's our responsibility, and it's to assist our kids in any way that we can to ensure their success. So my kudos goes out to the parents for everything you've done to make our jobs a lot easier at high school. Well, through our combined efforts, I think that we have established Briarwoods High School as one of the best high schools in the state. Yes. And if you read Newsweek magazine recently, we were ranked as one of the best high schools in the nation. Did you see that? We've accomplished a lot together in a short period of time, and I'm grateful for all that you have done to establish a legacy of profound excellence. I certainly wish you the very best as you move on to the next phase of your life, and I want you to remember us, just like we will remember you. Will the candidates for graduation please present themselves?